So, Vice President, we were just talking about the colourful things that Ireland is known for, both the 40 shades of green and, of course, the colourful language that they use as great storytellers.
More than colourful, it's real language.
Yeah. It's real. I can relate to that. So, the Irish, like the Italians, don't rush things. Mm. So as Sue said to me before we got here tonight, she said, take things slowly.
Yeah.
So I've got a little story. The Spanish Minister for Trade met the Irish Minister for Trade and said to him, look, don't push things too hard. That's the Irish guy saying it, not the Spanish guy. Don't push things too hard. He said, we've got this word in Spain, mañana, which means tomorrow. Everything will be all right. And the Irish minister said, I'm sorry, but we don't have a word in Irish for such a sense of urgency. Is that true?
That's very not true.
So the Irish never say top of the morning.
No? We don't. That is true.
We've been here a week and I haven't heard it once.
Yeah.
When somebody buys you a drink, this is a very Australian thing. If they buy you a drink, the expectation is that you will
get the round in.
Get the round. Yep. We call it a shout, they call it a round.
Round, yep.
So. And finally, the weather is perfect here. There's no hurricanes, there's no twisters, no cyclones, there's no earthquakes, there's no poisonous snakes and spiders like in Australia. But the one thing you must bring with you is...
Yeah, umbrellas are sometimes useful. Yeah.
So one of the things that's quite interesting is Ireland has a word named after the fact that so many Irish moved around the world, and it's called diaspora. And it refers to the fact that the Irish have had an impact on many, many countries around the world. In particular, the US. 34.4 million people call themselves of original Irish stock. And I'm proud that Australia is third or fourth in that list.
Yes, we sent a lot of our finest convicts to Australia, as you know.
Yes. So coming to my background, luckily, we're very fortunate to have the ex-US Vice President here. And Joe comes from County Mayo through his mother. The two lineages that I found, the crests for Joe, are quite apt because tomorrow County Mayo, where he comes from, fights to break a curse. It's been in place since Joe was 9 years old, 1951. And I won't tell you about the curse. It's up to you to find out from our Irish guests tonight what that curse is. But Orla is going to do her very, very best to convince you that the curse should stay in place.
Well, Mayo playing Dublin. I'm a Dub. Dublin colours are blue. Up the Dubs. Any Dubs? Yeah. And just to give you a clue, if you like to back the winning side, Dublin are going for 3 in a row tomorrow. So,
all the best. There's a sign here, even on the slide projector, it's red and green. See the forward and the backward? Red and green. And Joe Biden's two family crests on his mother's side are red and green. In addition, they're playing for the Sam Maguire Cup. And here's the colours, red and green, of County Mayo and the 1951 winning side. Sorry, Orla. Mm-hmm. Okay. Why do I think that's interesting? Because the Sam Maguire Cup is of great relevance to me because my grandfather came from County Fermanagh and his name was Sam Maguire. Not the same Sam Maguire, but he was a South Sydney Rabbitohs supporter when he came to Australia because he took the colours of County Mayo and followed the jumper in the bottom, the Rabbitohs. And the story of the Rabbitohs, my team that I love, is that the red came from the blood of the rabbits that the poor used to feed the Irish in Sydney. The green is myrtle from the typical colour of what many think is the Irish national colour. Some think it's emerald green, myrtle, shamrock green.
Yeah.
It depends where you go. That's why they call it the 40 shades of green. So Finally, just to wrap up, an Irishman actually designed the White House. Sean's Bar's the oldest pub, for those of you who know my background. And the national symbol drives past you in the street every day. It's the Guinness trucks. It's the Harp, not the Shamrock. And finally, it takes 120 seconds to pour a good pint of Guinness, for those of you who like it. So like proteomics, it's a combination of art and science. And finally, there are 2 or 3 leprechauns left, I think.
A couple in the room.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, I'll show you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And finally, let's get down to business. So Orla, we're here to do what we love. We have great jobs. We have great jobs because we love what we do. We're expert at it. We get paid to do it. I mean, this is my hobby and I love getting paid to do it. But more importantly, we make a difference in people's lives. So many of you here are involved in the Human Proteome Project. It's a combination of looking at all of the proteins that are expressed by the human genome, a magnificent tribute to human collaboration. Plus, all of those proteins that are involved in human health and diseases shown in the second part of the slide. That collectively allows us to cover all of the proteins, including those that we know nothing about because we haven't focused on them. And what we've been fortunate to do is to focus on cancer, and that's what we're here for. We're focusing on the effort in the Human Proteome Project, specifically tonight on cancer. Hopefully in the future, cardiovascular diseases and other diseases, but this is our gala that's focusing on cancer. And we're lucky to do that through the moonshot and the efforts that have now been spun off from the moonshot. And the beauty of the moonshot is all of that any effort has been accepted under the umbrella.
Yeah.
Corporate, industry, NCI, National Cancer Institute, NIH, and those many people that held their flags up earlier tonight. So thank you, everyone. I hope you have a great night, and I'd like to thank all of those people who are involved in this international collaboration.
And again, we are so delighted to welcome you to Ireland. We are so proud of the research that is going on in Ireland in relation to cancer, proteomics, personalised medicine. There is so much wonderful activity going on here. You will hear more about that during your time with us, and we hope that many very exciting links will arise from that time.
So please enjoy the evening, and we'll come back later on when the speeches start. Thank you.